and welcome back to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy and I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. And today's pick a card is all about somebody who is secretly watching you. So somebody who could be spying on you online, somebody who has their eye on you. And we're going to ask why. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. It can be any person that could be spying on you at this moment. So who is watching you? Who has their gaze upon you and why? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Magician. Pile number 2 with the Page of Pentacles. And pile number 3 here with the Empress. And as always, I would like to thank my returning subscribers for showing up today. Thank you so much for your presence here. As a thank you to my subscribers, I do offer a chance to win a free tarot reading monthly. And all you have to do to enter for your chance to win is to drop your comment beneath any of my reading this month for your chance. If you're new to the channel, we welcome you to the Soul family. Please subscribe, hit your notification bell, and drop me a comment for your chance to win a free tarot reading as well. And if you do win, I do notify you in the comment section, and I give you directions on how to reach out to me via one of my platforms. And I never send unsolicited messages through Instagram, through YouTube, on any of my platforms as well. So be sure to protect yourself, as people will sometimes pose as tarot related content here on the internet. But for today's topic, who is secretly watching you and why? Pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Hi, pile 1, you were drawn to the Magician, and this is your reading. Who is secretly watching you and why are they watching you? Now, the Magician here is holding on to this baton. He's got on this great big top hat. There is a feeling about complacency. So this person's not doing anything about watching you, or they're maybe being complacent about what they want to do with some of the inspiration that they're receiving. Because I can't deny with this card, we have all of these white tulips, and the white in general is a symbol of hope for me, and the tulip is a symbol of passion. So they could have some sort of hopeful anticipation or desires in their heart connected to their gaze. You can see that this, a great big eyeball is ruling the scene, and the Magician is supposed to be in control of all the elements. But in this case, I feel like there's something about the passionate response that this person has towards you that's more in control of them at this moment. Now, sometimes the Magician can also speak to communication. So maybe you're communicating, or you have communicated with this person in the past, or they could be anticipating creating communication for you in the future. But who is secretly watching? Pile number 1, please, on the floor. Yeah, there's the Page of Swords, the Watcher of the deck. See, he looks like a student. He's standing on top of a bunch of books, and there is a dandelion's like plume in his hand. We have the Chariot. We have the 7 of Wands with the King of Cups. The King of Cups again. This deck has multiple versions of the King and the Queen, actually, of all queens. We have the 5 of Wands. Back of the deck, we do have the King of Wands, and we have Justice. Now, Spirit is saying that this person could be related to a work or school realm. You could have graduated with this person or went to school or work with this person. And they are speaking here about, like, at the time, maybe they couldn't approach you because of the dynamics, or because it was not an appropriate time to approach you. They definitely could be water energy, Cancer energy, very strong here, Pisces, Scorpio. But like, I believe it started as like watching you, and it's developed into a full-blown crush. And this feels like somebody who's kind of quiet, someone who doesn't have a lot of confidence or doesn't speak boldly out in public. So like they don't always... They may not be like a very loud person. They could be a very quiet person. They don't make themselves really known, or they don't like a lot of attention on them. And I do feel like this person is very physically strong, and for someone watching, and this isn't for everyone, they may consider themselves like they're a little sensitive about height or something. Like there's something about being sensitive about size, but that's why they work out in the gym, or that's why they have like a masculine edge to them, because of the emotional sensitivity that they have about themselves. So again, they could even have tattoos. You can see this person covered in tattoos. But there's something about how they work on themselves. Maybe they work on their body. For some reason, I just was shown Napoleon, so that could mean something to someone out there as well. So please take the messages as they resonate. I am reading for the collective today, but they just showed me Napoleon. We have here the King of Wands. A lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Here's the Knight of Wands. And I feel like this person is trying to like apply a strategy. It's like they're watching, but I feel like they are gearing themselves up for something. They're gearing themselves up for an opportunity. They're trying to empower themselves. I feel like this person does work out in the gym. And I feel like, honestly, there's a motivation there to look good and to give themselves confidence. There's also something significant that this person, they have good hair or great hair, and that's something that's a point of pride for them. So they would, I don't want to say they do their hair, but I feel like they do spend time preparing themselves and like working on things like that. It's something that they would be proud of as well. Here's the Hanged Man. And it feels like they're being strategic, like they're waiting for the perfect moment to come forward. There could be an online component to them watching you as well, but I feel like they almost watch you in the environment that they know you. They may have looked online towards your profile or, you know, social media, but I think that they watch you in the environment that they know you. And that's why they haven't taken the shot yet, because they feel like it's like not allowed, or it's like frowned upon in that environment. This is also somebody that anticipates having a conversation with you, and they're saying it's like, one day I'll talk to you, and then the next day I hope that you'll come and talk to me. It's sort of like there's this back and forth and effort. But I will say there's a determination here, because this person like has a huge crush on you. I do feel like they're quite quiet. We have even the Hermit here on the back of the deck. Again, a lot of Cancer energy coming through with this person, but I do feel like they are motivated because they're almost a little bit obsessed with the energy. Just saw the Ten of Swords peeking out as well. And I'm hearing that song by Mariah Carey, Why Are You So Obsessed With Me? But why wouldn't they be obsessed with the Queen here, with the Empress? We have Vacation, the Kite. We have disappointment in a friend or a lover, and unsuccessful plans. And I feel like they could be disappointed in themselves. I'm not getting the sense of them being disappointed in you. They do feel like they have to show fortitude and strength. Here with the Strength energy. This may also be somebody here that you might consider a friend, or that you might be friendly with in this environment as well. We have depression, worry that someone is against you. And we do have older female on the back of the deck here, so this person could be slightly younger than you, or a little bit more emotionally immature. I do feel like some of their insecurities come from perceived notions of lack that they have, but I also feel like this person works exceptionally hard to try to compensate for some of those things as well. Oops. We have the Camel and we have the Tiger. I do feel like this person has also been watching you for quite a long time. They're contemplating the risk that they are going to take towards the Divine Feminine. I think that this person has really good intentions, though, I will say. I feel like this is more of a family-oriented type person. I feel like they would have like a big extended family, or that would be an important goal for them moving into the future. And I think that they're in this for the long game, because I just heard I've got stamina. It's like I am willing to kind of put in the work to edge myself closer to the Queen overall. So they do have intentions. Let's see what those intentions will amount to moving into the future. What do you see happening in the future? Will this person make themselves known and come forward towards pile number 1, please? Ace of Cups. I think this person really wants to see if there's a romantic opportunity here in the future. Yeah, they're really hoping for. There's that white rose of hope again. Here's the Eight of Wands. And there's already this strong momentum that's carrying them forward. I also feel like they are, in a perfect world, they're hoping that you would notice them. You have the Six of Cups, and here's the Nine of Cups. This person has a huge crush on you. This person has a huge crush on you. And with the Six of Cups, it's like it goes beyond perhaps the physical. I feel like that's really what grabbed their attention, but it goes beyond that physical, and they do have intentions of trying to come forward to test the waters, again, even to offer you some type of like advice. They're speaking about how you may need advice, or this person might kind of offer you their perspective on something in the near future. And I feel like in that moment, you're going to recognize that this person has a lot of high opinion of you, or there's something just very abundant in this wish. They have a wish connected to you. And I feel like it almost feels like you're a trophy. It's like the wish is to like have you by my side, or to have a collaboration that's very mutual. And that's like a hope that they hold, that things will change, move it away from more of a friendly friendship vibe, more into a romantic opportunity in the future. That is their intention, although Spirit says they may take a little bit of a slow approach because they're just trying to work out the fear about drama and creating drama, maybe even in the work realm. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. The last thought they had about pile 1 in the bowl. Here's the Hanged Man. Little bit of a victimhood or victim mentality that came in the last thought about you. Here with the Five of Pentacles coming in reverse. It's not going to last long. It's going to be followed up with new hope. But they are going to take an original approach, or they feel like they have to take some type of original approach here. So the last thought was a little bit limiting, but this person, again, is really good at creating solutions for themselves, and they're going to take some sort of original approach at it. In the bowl today, we have here feedback, loyal feedback coming in from this person. We do have the little rabbit, so somebody who's very curious and who hasn't clarified how they feel yet, because there's a lack of clarity here, because maybe of their own vulnerability. I also feel like this is a very protective person. We have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not bear false witness, but not denying, being honest. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading. We would also love to get words of encouragement back to you, because the comment section is filled with so many beautiful people that are always helping each other and communicating with each other as well, which I really, really appreciate. So be sure to do that. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the Page of Pentacles, and this is your reading. Who is secretly watching you and why? Now, you can see that this person is staring maybe at an opportunity. They have their hand on their hip like they're waiting for something. And there's a big open field here to plant something new. Perhaps a new business opportunity, a new friendship, a new relationship as well. So let's take a look here and see. We have the World. This is the Herb Crafters Tarot. And they just gave me a message about this butterfly as well, about things maybe coming to light in this situation. A full spectrum perhaps being available to us in the future. We have the Sun. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Empress. We have the Death. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. Back of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor. Let's clarify as we go forward here. Now already we have so many major themes for you, pile 2. The Wheel, the Sun, the Death, the Hanged One, the Empress. We have the Three of Swords. the Hierophant, the Empress. Well, the reasons why they are watching you are very obvious with the Empress twice now in the center of this reading. And I love the continuity of the messages coming through with planting a garden and all of these references to planting seeds and harvesting time and opportunity towards growth. Here is the Moon. Back of the deck is the Six of Wands in the World. So this person feels like the cycle is unfinished, and they're watching you a lot online, actually. I feel like this person is protecting something, though. I feel like there's a reality of why this person hasn't come forward. And I feel like the reality is that if they, whatever it is that they're protecting, cannot thrive if they do come forward towards you. So they actively put on masks. They perhaps maybe even act confident and act happy in that environment, but they still feel like they feel restless in that environment. So there could even be a commitment cycle perhaps that they're embarked upon, but there's restlessness here, and you have, like, it's very obvious why they've noticed you. It's very obvious why they picked up on this attraction, because they feel like there could be really, and I don't want to get too graphic, but some really fiery, exciting opportunities with you, sweet results, but they feel like it could maybe have to come at some type of sacrifice, because it almost stings. It's like you're the perfect person, the perfect woman, the perfect man, you're the perfect person, but it feels like inconvenient timing for me. And it's like you make me forget. It's like, oh, did I forget that I'm not available? It's like I've forgotten because you've disarmed me so much. I've forgotten I'm not available. It's like I have to remember that. Or that kind of stings or burns a little bit. I always think of hot sauce in Behind the Sun. So like there's this feeling of unfinished cycles, and there's a lot of disappointment in that they can't leap right now, but they could be defending something. It's like it's not harvest time. Here with the lavender, and they have to tread softly with careful calculated steps. They're showing a pair of Crocs. And they're even showing some gardening gloves, and here's the scythe representing death, representing the end of something that can bring in change. Because their feelings for you makes them realize that they have to surrender to what needs to be released or what's getting in the way. And there's this mix between loyalty and logic playing a role here. And wanting to shed this old version of myself so I can explore in the form of this night what this world with you would look like. Because they feel like it would bring them a feeling of success. They feel like it would make them feel abundant because they find you so beautiful and they find you so physically attracted. It's like the sun rises and sets upon you. But this burdock plant, which is very invasive, all of these thoughts about you are very invasive. The irony of the burdock plant is that it takes over. And they take the leaves of the burdock and they compost it and they put it back into the soil to replenish the soil, and then the burdock can't thrive. And so there's this reference to like, if I go towards this energy, maybe this other thing that I've invested in can no longer thrive. And that's, I feel like, the fence that they're on at this moment. It's like you're covered in pomegranates. There's a feeling of them trying to almost compartmentalize their feelings for you with the reality of their practical situation. Because it's like they want it all. And they know that they have freedom of choice here. They know that they have freedom of choice, but they also feel like they have to be very careful and calculated with how they approach this situation. A fiery climax approaches, and that's what they're hoping for. I feel like they're hoping for like an opportunity to explore this connection. But their commitment is being tested, and they have a dream or a fantasy associated with you, and that's why they are so keen on watching you. And every time I see the pentagram, I do think of the Five of Pentacles, and they're staring at that coin and perhaps staring about what would it cost to go towards this opportunity. If you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer, and that's within the Ten of Pentacles, trying to keep something complete or trying to keep something solid. Who is watching you? A lot of Taurus energy here. A lot of Aries coming through. Cancer. We have in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Control yourself or you'll be sorry. The Lightning. I always think of the Tower. A solid foundation, success with effort, and thinking that you would be a change for the better even in that environment. But they are concerned about the law. There's gavel on one side, and money. So position being a factor, wanting to protect something that they've invested in, while still perhaps experiencing the celebration or the experience of surrendering to this opportunity with you. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment, and somebody who feels very, very passionate and wants to express your love or their love towards you, wanting to make a romantic gesture, and ultimately they could be planning on doing that. We're going to take a look here at what actions they will take moving into the future. So let's take a look and see what actions will they take, please. Will they make themselves more known in the future of this connection? This person that is watching, pile number 2. There is the Page of Swords watching. They're highlighting somebody who's like pussyfooting around the truth, pussyfooting around the risk that they have to take. It's like somebody who's, again, dealing as well with this idea of loyalty. So it's almost like they're waiting for like an opportunity to create change in their environment. I do feel like this person could be attached in some type of relationship. I don't necessarily feel like they're satisfied, but that's their work to work through. I do feel like they're not going to take complete action, at least not for the next, honestly, it could even be a year for someone watching. They're still holding space, and there's the potential for them to adjust and make action known to you at any point in time, but they're too concerned about what the conflict will bring in for them at this moment in time as well. So they could be almost denying it to themselves, and they're going to continue to watch you from afar. Again, it does feel like it's motivated on the internet in this connection, although they could very well be motivated by the environment that you find yourselves in. Sometimes the Hierophant can speak of the work realm, but I didn't get a huge, heavy motivation around that. And I am reading for the collective, so please take the messages as they resonate with you and leave behind those that do not. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number. Yeah, here's the Eight of Swords. There's a feeling about needing to require freedom in order to proceed. They're expecting setbacks, or Spirit's asking you to expect setbacks because of the environment or position that they are in, but it doesn't seem to tame their thirst. The thirst only sort of pushes against the obstacles that they feel like are in place. So this person is very curious about perhaps even a romantic connection with you, pile 2. And I just heard the term hug, so this would have been somebody maybe that you did have physical contact in some form with in the past. We have here the earring, and I think it's a kitty cat. It's a clip-on earring, and it's speaking to independence, forget-me-not, and temptation coming in from the Divine Feminine. We have the letter M and a space between, so you may be in no contact with this person at this time. We also have here the honeybee, sweet results, again, that await, but with sacrifice as well. So doing something for the good of a collective or the hive or a family, for instance. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading as well. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Empress, and this is your reading. Who is secretly watching you and why? Now, the Empress is pretty obvious as to why someone might be watching you. She's a symbol of abundance in so many different forms. And sometimes that abundance can trigger us in positive ways or negative ways. Someone could be watching you because it sparks attraction, or could spark some type of maybe jealousy as well. When it comes to the Empress, the point is that you deserve to be sitting there. So no matter how you trigger someone or how you motivate someone, they don't want it to change or impact how you walk through the world, how you relate to people, how you relate to yourself. But it's very self-explanatory when you're drawn to the Empress because you represent abundance. So people are drawn to your light. Maybe, again, in good ways or negative ways, they're drawn to your light. So we have the Judgment coming out first. Who is secretly watching pile number 3 and why? We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Empress. We have the Tower. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Hierophant. And we have the Ace of Wands. So you are an inspiration to someone. And someone who's searching for something, like they're looking for something. Something like you, perhaps. Here's the Two of Swords. We have the Devil. We have the Six of Pentacles coming reversed. We have the Sun. We have the Tower. We have the King of Swords and we have the Page of Wands. I'm hearing this song and I know it's from Leon Bridges and I don't exactly know the lyrics or the name of it. But it's like a song about falling in love and somebody just might be the love of my life or someone just might be the one for me. I do feel like there is a couple of different energies that are kind of coming in for you. I do think that there's a feeling of insecurity that comes in by somebody that watches you, and it could be triggering because of jealousy or because of insecurity, but I do feel like there's a strong attraction here. This person doesn't feel like the feelings are mutual, or it's like they're struggling with this idea that you're kind of out of their league, if I'm honest. It's like they're struggling with this idea, and they want to come forward because they want to, I feel like they would love to experience what could be possible in the future of this connection. And I am reading for the collective. These bottom cards are just my support cards. They're less important than the upper deck. But they are highlighting here that this person wants to come forward to clarify who they are or what they want. We have a lot of desire to clarify or to maybe start a flirtation cycle. A flirtation cycle that leads to the Ace of Cups. But they're really anxious because they're afraid of maybe rejection here. They have a huge, huge crush on you. Nine of Cups, back of deck. Five of Wands. Now, I am reading for the collective. I have a lot of different energies coming in. For someone who's watching you, or for someone watching, the person that's watching you is afraid of creating drama and they feel like they shouldn't want you like this. Maybe because they're already in a commitment. And if they're already in a commitment, they feel like maybe you might be the key to the Ten of Cups as opposed to just the Ten of Pentacles. Something where I feel like I belong. I feel like this is where I want emotionally to be, as opposed to maybe just security and practical security that comes along with the Ten of Pentacles. That's not a message for everyone. For some, this person is just, they're motivated by the attraction, but they don't feel like it's mutual right now, or they don't feel like they have the support to come forward at this moment because you haven't given them a sign or you haven't shown your interest to them in a really profound way yet. And this kind of feeds their, it's like the more you kind of ignore me, the more I almost feel like it's a challenge, and the more I almost feel like I want to proceed even more. Because they keep reflecting about what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? And Spirit keeps saying, well, you can't do anything unless you're willing to be vulnerable and willing to step outside of your comfort zone and create the epiphany of clarity so that we can work from there. And I do feel like there could be an intention towards creating clarity in the future of this situation, but they aren't completely sold on their abilities yet. I feel like this person could be, they could still have somebody who has like very short clipped hair. I don't know why they're showing me that, but they're showing like very short clipped hair. And somebody that would perhaps work out, or they have a very long, like lean, strong frame as well. A lot of Taurus energy coming through, a lot of Capricorn. Here's the World. They are watching you on the internet. And like, they don't want to feel like a creep doing that. I don't think that you've given them your number. I feel like they just searched you online and they kind of feel awkward about that fact of like, well, I looked you up. I found you online. And that makes them feel kind of creepy. I don't get the sense that this person is a creep. We have this feeling about somebody could be from a different culture as well, or a different religion, or something that's different from you. Here's the Page of Pentacles. And I feel like this person is watching you because they want to take you out, if I'm honest with you. It's like they have a goal, but they have some challenges to overcome first. And it's like they need to, it almost feels like they need to read up on what to do, or it feels like they're, again, waiting to gain the confidence or feel like they are at least balanced enough where they feel like they can come forward. Because right now they just worry that they're struggling with the concept that it might just be one-sided. And it's like, what do I do if I face that tower moment and that epiphany? What happens then? What do I do with my vulnerability? But they also feel like this person feels like if they don't say something, they're going to regret it. And I think that that is really speaking to a lot of the motivation that they have in this moment about what they plan and what they want to do, because there's a plan of action that they want to execute, but they also recognize that it's much easier to fantasize than it is to execute that. Who is secretly watching? We have too much concern for sexual matters. We do have the Page of Wands. That's what I always think of with the rabbit. So somebody who is very motivated here by an opportunity with you, an opportunity or windfall. And there's no bigger windfall than the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like everything. That's why they're showing you as the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles. We have a distant friend is thinking about you. And karma says you'll reap what you have sown. They are worried about the consequences of coming forward here too. They're worried that they're going to experience disappointment. Temptation is testing me. And persevere if you want to overcome your problems. And persevering perhaps to bring forward an offer or a gift. It says you will receive a gift. They are saying that this person could be hard to read in their emotions when you're in person, or when you're when you're with them in person. Bringing love into the situation, and that is their hope. This new moon in Aquarius, what they're trying to manifest, the reason why they're watching you, is to hopefully bring some sort of change into the situation. And a fiery climax approaches when I show the world the real you. And this person may have intentions, again, to show the world who they are. So let's ask about that in the future. Does this person have intentions of making themselves known? Of coming forward towards pile number 3, please. Here's the Hierophant. The Empress. And we have this Page of Swords. They are looking into the future when it comes to coming forward, but I feel like they have to wait. There's the Seven of Pentacles, so they have to, you're making them rethink something. You're making them rethink a plan, maybe making them rethink a position, and it's like not until something is adjusted or time comes in to make those adjustments will I feel like I can create the change. So they are going to take a passive approach, but they do have intention. Now, sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intention, so it may not be a guarantee that they'll have the ability to actually pursue and actually be able to make the commitment, because even with the Judgment and the Two of Swords, they're thinking about what they have to do, but in this moment they're only thinking about it because, again, they're focused on this concept or this prospect or this idea that it's not going to be supported or that you're not going to feel similarly at this time. But they could be very, very wrong about that. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. The last thought this person had about pile 3 in the bowl. There's the Judgment. There's the Two of Pentacles. They were thinking about like having to commit to a choice. They're also thinking about maybe like a compromise or following through with some type of compromise. They're highlighting perhaps holding space for multiple opportunities in love as well at this moment, especially if there is an attachment or position is a problem with this person. A lot of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the Divine Feminine. We do have here wishes that come true. I always think of hospital scrubs and the heart chakra. So somebody who's crushing on you. I'll hold you in my heart until I hold you in heaven. The letter F and news on the way. They're also highlighting friendship as well with the friendship rune. So they do intend to take some sort of action, but I do feel like there's going to have to be a time delay before that comes through. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out the link for Etsy for a personalized reading, and I do update that shop every day. So I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.